Hello and welcome back to City Skylines. So we are going to have to continue where we left off on expanding, well, Vooperis Park. It's not really Los Vooperis anymore. We're working on getting it back to its former glory. But as you can see, we have a lot of traffic moving, but we also have a ridiculous amount of people using these sidewalks. If we go into first-person view, just look around. There's people everywhere. Everyone's using that great sidewalkness they have going on, which is nice. Lots of cars off the road, which means everything's a bit more efficient. So let's let this play and see what we're going to get done this episode. Our main priority is going to be getting this highway fixed up because it's absolutely trash right now. Which means that, yes, we are going to think of how we're going to rewire it, and I have a few ideas, although I'm not sure how well they're going to work. This needs to be bigger. We have to do a lot of, planning for this. I could, actually, that's not a terrible idea. I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut this. Cut the main highway. We're going to, we also have this, but we're not going to mess with that quite yet. We don't need to overcomplicate things. And then we're going to grab our cloverleaf. Oh, we need a little bit more space. Now this thing is huge, but it's one of the best we can use for our purposes. It's going to ensure that we don't get any slowdowns of traffic, and it also looks pretty awesome. And then we're just going to connect it up. Pretend we didn't do anything. It's not going to mess anything up because it's going to connect really nice. And what you're going to notice is now we have two new directions we can go in. We can bring people over here. And we can also bring people over here, although this direction's kind of pointless right now. But we're going to make a new highway reaching out in this direction. And it's going to be a big one. So let's see how much we can afford to build. Okay, so we've gotten... This is going to take a lot more money than we have. But we have begun the process of fixing our traffic issues. So this is going to continue, but soon we're going to build through these islands. This one's kind of messed up. We're going to have to fix that. It's just... No? Okay, well, we have to fix this one too, so we'll take the dirt off of this one. Oh, we're out of money. Okay. Yeah, that's an issue. We'll just be patient then. We're making lots of money, which is good. If we're making lots of money, then we don't have to worry about spending a lot of money. So, let's make our little buffer zone here between industrial and residential. Which is all going to be commercial. And then we can expand the city to get a bit more tax money. Yay, money. Okay, so space already occupied. What do we have there? Crematorium. Okay, so we're gonna move that over here. Let's get all of these roads set up how they should be. Okay, so that's a little bit too steep for that. So we are going to... We're going to be careful first off. We're not going to make any mistakes here. Okay, so that's all good. And now we can attempt to do this. I mean, that isn't perfect, but it's close enough. We can do that. We can build this up to there. We can build this down to here. Bam. Okay, so that's looking good. We have a new section of the city that we're building up. Just slowly paint it on. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Painting a city, one tile at a time. You know, I think I'm more acquainted towards art than city building. I now identify as an artist. Okay, here we go. And I'm joking, I suck at art. Here we go. We have actual, you know, growth in the city. Look, we've got, not only have we made an entire new industrial area and commercial areas popping up, we have a new residential area coming up, which is really important. We can get our population. Oh, and look at that. We're back over 20,000 population. Now, this part of the city is super dense. Like, this is a high density, packed together. This is way more people than we should have packed in such a small space, especially considering that we have such terrible infrastructure to get in. Look, it's stop and go traffic. For no real reason, too. As time goes on, we're going to be able to fix that, though, because look at that. We've got some more money. We can begin repairing all of the damage we did to these islands. Yes, we did damage to these islands. It was meant as defenses, but it still made them look absolutely horrible. And that is our fault. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a turn and go over to this island. Because why not? Can I actually pull this off? That's a question. That is the question. No, I can't. No, I cannot. What a disappointing person I am. I can't even build a bridge. Now, I'm not saying the average person can build a bridge. Well, probably in this game they can. Yeah. I know. Worst City Skylines player ever. For some reason, this isn't going straight. It's supposed to. Let's just do this. No, there's a curve to that. Oh, so this is actually curved. That's not okay. We can't have that be curved. So let's just do this. We'll draw them across first. Like this. And then we'll connect them. Like this. There we go. That's nice. Let's just curve it so that it looks a little bit better. Make it curvy. There we are. And now we just have to flip this side. And look at that. We're slightly closer to our goal of making it to Vooperis Park. We're actually pretty close. All we have to do is bam, boop, bam. Now we have to make another turn, which means we're actually going to have to get rid of this. We're going to have to go from here to here, which means let's give it a nice looking bridge. There we are. Once again, we're just going to do a nice little curve. We'll start a little bit further back so that it looks natural. And look at that. That's looking good. We are doing a good job. We just have to bring it across here and take a right, and then we have to invent a way to actually get people places. That's going to be the fun part, because we can have the best highway system ever, but if we don't have any good ways to get off of the highway, then, well, it was kind of a useless invention. But here we are, making landfall. Okay, we're gonna have to copy this side. Oh no, it's different elevations. It's gonna be messed up. Shoot. They are not perfect, which is going to trigger me. So we're gonna redo this. Let's flatten this out. The off-ramp. There we go. And now we should be fine. If we start here, go across to here like this, and then copy this. There we are. Look at that. We've done it. We've done something slightly impressive, guys. We have made a highway. That looks good. Now we just have to connect it. And this is the most challenging part, because Vooperis Park has many traffic issues, mostly stemming from the fact that we have one way to get up, which was then turned into two ways to get up, but they're both pretty bad. It should actually be four ways. This bridge here kind of makes that challenging to do, though. But I'm thinking this side should have a second way to go to the top. Or at least get up to here, these 3 levels. Or, if we wanted to be really creative, we could have an off-ramp onto each level. But that would be extremely challenging to pull off. But it would be worth it. So maybe we'll try. So first off, let's get our first bits of... So we're just going to build out the highway a little bit. We're also going to break this road here, even though it's very nice. Highway is more important. We can have those roads go over the highway or something. I'm honestly not too concerned about it. Actually, I'm going to rebuild those. I'm thinking, apologies. We're just going to do this, though. We're going to curve it around so that we have a bit more space here. We're going to cut these back, and we're actually going to make these go in the air. So we will have slightly elevated highways, which will then go over. There we are. So we've got our highways, which have made it into the city. Now the first 2 important parts are going to be right here. We're going to make an off-ramp to get over here. So like this. So let's stretch this out a little bit so that it isn't quite as terrible. There we are. That's going to be 1. Actually, no, it has to start on the right lane so that people don't cause horrible traffic jams. Okay, so we're gonna slightly overcomplicate this. We'll bring it down like this, then bring it around like that. There we go. That isn't that bad. And then we're going to have the right lane from here. So we'll go a bit further up, go around like this, then turn around to get onto here. Okay, that's looking good. A way to get on and off. And now we're going to expand. Oh, we don't have enough money. So we have actually done something pretty cool here. We have begun the new highway system. It's not perfect, but we can now get on, in and out of the city in a slightly more creative way. The businesses are already enjoying this, sending their freight across. I don't blame them. It's much faster. People are using it now. Yeah, so people are going to be using this now. I was planning on finishing it first, but it looks like people just want to, so they are going to. We can already see traffic coming from both ends. So it looks like the new cloverleaf exchange is being used, and not only is it being used, it's being used heavily. We've got people coming in from the highway, going across the archipelagos, and crashing at the city. Isn't that wonderful? So next up, we're going to make a few more off-ramps and on-ramps so that people can go where they want to go. But this is where things get slightly more complicated. We're going to downgrade to a 2-lane after this, actually. Now, why? Because I want to save some space. I don't want to knock out a ton of buildings doing this. I want this to be good, but I don't want to be ridiculous about it. Okay, there we go. There's one. These the same height? Yes. Okay, so as you can see, the highways are climbing up this first story. So now what we have to do is we have to make a way to get off. Like that. Very good. And a way to get on. Like that. Except this one should be a little bit more steep. That's fine. That works. Okay. And then we just have to repeat. Rinse and repeat. There we go. Level 2. Same thing. We want to go around. Space occupied by what? This. Okay, we're just gonna move this over here. I hope you guys are proud of me. I am actually doing like proper highways now. Okay, these are actually going in the wrong direction. So let me quickly fix that. These don't seem, these are going like right angles. I don't like that, but it may not be a problem. Is that, should I be worried about going higher than that? Like, this is all offices, so this is people going to work. I mean, I guess we'll do it. It's just gonna get really cramped. So bam, bam. We have to do this. So that people can turn around and go back. How are we going to fit this though? This is a mess. So people come off of here. I think I can do that pretty well. Yep, there we are. And then people will come up from here, and maybe if we do some magic, that kind of goes through the road. So we're going to try to improve that a little bit. We're going to go like this. Does that leave enough space for cars? Yes. Even if the game doesn't think so, it does. And then we're going to flip this. And look at that. Slightly steep, but I think that's going to work. And look at that. People are using it. Like, they're using it like crazy. Wow. Okay. So people are very much liking this new system. They're using it to go all over the place. We do have to expand it, though. We have to make it slightly better. And by slightly better, I mean a lot better. There's a lot to do. But this right here is now the backbone of the city. It's feeding the traffic in and out very, very quickly in lots and lots of traffic, but we have to expand it to go out here to the industrial district. These guys need their own private ways to transfer freight, and we're going to give that to them. We're actually going to do that right now using slightly heavier 2 lanes highways. We're going to make 2 ways for the freight to exit over the water, and then we're going to just go like this, curve around, and I think we can actually go straight from here all the way until we hit there. That's nice. Okay, so now the freight has a much easier way to exit. That gets a lot of traffic off of... Okay, are people actually going to use it? Some people are using it. A lot aren't, though. Okay, more and more people are using it. I'm just hoping that these things we add are actually used, because they do cost maintenance and stuff. We do want to make sure everything's actually useful. But getting the trucks to not use this is important, because we're going to have a lot of people coming in here in emergency services, and we don't want to mess things up. But look at this. We are getting a lot more traffic than I imagined on here. Enough that we're actually going to make this 3 lanes. Changing that plan up. Yep. There we are. 3 lanes of goodness. Do you guys want to stop messing with each other's lanes and just go where you want to go? Or does just everyone want to go to the bottom layer there? Where are people going? So they're going from here, down, around. They're just going this way. So we need to make more options for this highway system. More places to go. Which is kind of obvious, but... what we can do is we can snake around here and make some ways to... Oh, wait, these guys are having serious water issues. Did not notice that. Sorry, guys. Let's just... boop. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay, there we are. Is that better? Is that going to make them happy? Yes, there we are. Things are going well. I mean, we have actually taken all of the traffic off of this. No one uses this anymore. It is a completely dead highway now, because we've made a much more efficient way to go. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to never use this side of the highway again, but we're going to temporarily rip it down, because it does not serve a purpose. We're much better off without it. People are going to be so happy that I'm fixing traffic problems. I cannot wait for the comments where they're like, whoa, it only took you, what, 1 million episodes and your entire city getting destroyed? And I'll be like, yep, pretty much. Now, we are having some traffic issues. Just the amount of people that are using this highway is, well, everyone is using this highway, which is why we're going to make a turn here that wraps around and brings people to the very highly populated parts of the city, because currently we are not hitting all the places we should be. So over here, let's begin a massive arm off of the bridges, and we're going to follow the coast with this highway, skirting along where buildings are going to be. I would worry about ruining the view, but like right now that's not really important. Sorry to anyone who wanted a beachside house, you know. There's other priorities we've got going on right now, like actually getting people to their homes. That is slightly important. Okay, there we are. A few more turns to go. And we are here at the most populated part of the city. Now we're going to bring this up, and we're going to do a fancy split here to go over to... Did we just go through a school? Yeah, we just went through a school. So instead of doing that, let's turn this so that the school isn't. Okay. And now once we go through this, this is going to become a 2-lane, and then that 2-lane is going to split off into 2 1-lanes. Yay! Math. Earlier on, we're going to have a few other cuts, such as right here. We're going to go like this. Right here. We're going to go like this. Because we want to hit all the highly populated areas. You got to think of it kind of like a living being, the city. And these are all the arteries and then the little veins coming off. We have to get as many people to the important parts as possible, but we don't want to have extremely large roads everywhere. We just want what we need. So let's see how Peter's Bridge does. Looks like someone has taken it. Is anyone else going to? Or is it just a complete waste? It could actually be. People in this game aren't the smartest. Well, they're realistic. They'll look at whatever the distance is. They aren't going to look at the time it'll take. Yeah, people may just not use Peter's Bridge, which is disappointing because we just set that all off. That was supposed to mitigate a lot of issues. How dare they not use it? But we're also going to do something else. We're going to make options to get onto Peter's Bridge because there's no real reason not to. We have all of this highway here that we can use. Bam, bam. Everyone just got very sad for some reason. Did something burn down? What just happened? I am very confused. Okay, we're running on 27 minutes. Oh, people are using it now. Peter's Bridge. Yes. Oh, and it's not even just a few people. Like, half of the people are using it. Okay, so, mission accomplished. We are taking a lot of civilian traffic off of Howard Highway. We're pulling it onto Peter's Bridge. It's going across to Peter's Highway, and it's going to go all the way to this very nice and large residential zone. Very, very popular location. Now on the other side, what we're going to do next episode is make a way to return through here and make another artery exiting. But, you know, that's going to be next time. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this episode of City Skylines and enjoy the new system of traffic, which actually works. Like, it works. Yeah, we have a little bit of congestion at times, but it's a lot better than it was before. A lot better. And nobody... Who doesn't like a nice 4-leaf clover interchange? That just looks beautiful. Beautiful. Now what we can also do is, once we start building up the rest of the city, this highway here is going to be used for so much more. There's more reasons to me doing that, and there's also going to be the return one, which I'm going to build next to it, but that's going to get really complicated really fast, so let's not get too worried about it quite yet. But yeah, look at Vooperis Park. It was all that was left, and now it's a shining star of our nation. How many people do we have now? 22,000. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. And the sewage system somehow is still functioning. Very proud of you, sewage system. Best sewage system ever. Oh, look, the observatory. How nice. Okay, let's end this now. Bye.